Good morning and welcome to the Better Thyself segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. It has become a routine matter to say, I am sorry. And it becomes so common that it is expected that you say sorry when you are not sorry or when you don't need to be sorry. As a matter of fact, our human discourse and everyday life saying, I'm sorry, even if you are not at fault, is an automatic reaction. And chances are that you have said this word, used this word many times recently. There was a poll conducted by a research firm which shares that every day the Britishers say sorry 15 times, American 10 times. 73% British people apologize for interrupting something compared to 71% American. And when doing a favor for someone, but getting it wrong, why should you say, I'm sorry? And this habit of saying sorry, which used to be accepted as a norm for the political relationship, has now become a political agenda. From personal to political, the leaders say, I'm sorry. Sorry for the work done by their ancestors. Sorry for the post-colonial people to apologize for the pre-colonial or the colonial era mistakes. How does it affect? As a matter of fact, psychological research and human interaction shows that saying sorry has no meaning. Rather, it is a matter of amusement. Though you ask people to feel sorry, in the heart of your heart, you know that you are not asking for that. And over apologizing for the things you have no control on them makes it still ridiculous. A human being has a certain dignity. And when you say sorry, you are belittling that dignity of the human being. For example, you sneeze. No, it's a natural phenomena. And then you say, I'm sorry. Why? You did not do something which was in your control. You are standing in someone's way when you are both in a crowded space with no room to move. And someone gets bumped, being interrupted. All that list is endless. Your ancestors did something wrong, as in case of Canada, Komagata Maru ship came. They were sent back, and the present government was sorry. The Chinese had to pay a tax, and the present government says they are sorry. They are not sorry really for what was done wrong, but they are sorry so that they can get elected and get those votes. It's catering to their vote bank. Same as you are not sorry because you are really sneezed. You are sorry so that people might think that you are a gentle person, that you are a person who is polite and humble. And humility is one of the worst traits, as I have discussed earlier. Now, psychologically, saying sorry backfires on you. The first thing is, people lose their respect for you. There was a psychoanalyst and a psychotherapist, Beverly Angel. She wrote a book, The Power of Apology. And she very correctly said, as I've been saying all the time, over apologizing and over complimenting. One is flattery, direct, the other is indirect. You may just think that you are displaying the fact that you are a nice and a caring person. But the message you are really sending is you lack confidence and you are ineffectual. Now I'll give you an example. When the present government says it's sorry for something which was done 100 years back, at that time it was legal and the government did whatever it did. Right or wrong is not relevant, but it was legal in consonance to the rules. Now, over the times, the concepts change, the rules change. So, while feeling sorry, you are in fact saying that those rules were stupid. And how are you responsible for that? So, because of your lack of confidence, you are apologizing. As a matter of fact, it gives a certain kind of person, a bully, permission to treat you fairly and even to abuse you. He knows that he can treat you like a doormat, that you are not going to react. And since you are not going to react, he or she can mistreat you. Secondly, when you say sorry repeatedly, you are reducing the impact of the future apologies. There are times when you have to feel sorry. You should feel sorry. It's like crying wolf, that story, the child who cried wolf every time. And when the wolf really came, nobody believed the child. When you say sorry for every little thing today, your apologies will have no weight tomorrow when you are giving a real, sincere apology. And that's the worst thing that can happen. Thirdly, it's annoying. At least I feel really annoyed when somebody meets and apologizes constantly. You think that you're trying to be nice, but you're in fact irritating. You got in the way in a crowded bus and you say, I'm sorry, why? I'm already concerned about making my way out and you're diverted my attention from something which I was concentrated on. I might be thinking of something big. So you are irritating at that time. There was a study I read in the Frontiers of Psychology in the journal. And it says that saying sorry when intentionally rejecting someone, you cancel a plan, you break up with somebody, you are a friend, you say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to be your friend. That makes other people feel worse. For they have to forgive the rejecter before they're ready. You say, I'm sorry, I can't go. They want to be angry with you that why the hell can't you go? Why haven't you changed the plan? But since you have apologized, you are not letting them express their emotions. You are a barrier to their expression. This is not acceptable. Then another thing is that you lower your self-esteem. Every time you are saying you're sorry, you're sorry, you're sorry, you are showing that you are really not remorseful, but you lack integrity. You lack self-esteem. You don't have respect for yourself. You are letting yourself to the level of a doormat where people can walk on you. So what should be done? You have got to monitor your apology. Start saying, I'm sorry, lesser times. It will take less effort and you will be happier. Now, how to do that? Be more self-aware. The first step you have got to do is to assess your behavior tendencies. You recognize whether you are apologizing too much or not. So, don't automatically blurt out these horrible 3 words, I'm sorry. Think about it. Should you be sorry? Have you kept a tally of how many times in a day you say, I'm sorry? And for what reason? Were you sorry for something that you did knowingly? of something that was not in your control. It might be some pain which is afflicting you, and you are speaking and you cannot continue. It's because of the pain you are stopping, and then you say, I'm sorry. Why? You are sorry that you have the pain? Or you are sorry that you are breaking the connection of the talk? Or you are sorry that you cannot control your pain? What are you sorry for? And how does your being sorry help the other? To keep a tally of that. You should know what you are sorry for and what you are not sorry for. You should know the exact reason for being apologetic. If you cannot control a situation, or if it is too trivial a matter, or it's an honest mistake, then there's no need to apologize. Human beings commit mistakes. The best thing is to carry on. Don't forget, it's the pigs that wallow in mud. And saying sorry is wallowing in mud. So, if you are a pig, say sorry all the time. But if you are not at fault, if the situation was beyond your control, or if it's an honest mistake, or if it's sorry, it's a very trivial matter, just forget it. If you are really at fault, own up. And let me tell you, if you are really at fault, owning up your fault is difficult. But owning up your fault when you are really at fault would strengthen your moral fiber and also enhance and strengthen your relationships, because that shows that you have got the emotional intelligence. Then, flip the script. Have more self-control. A colleague catches you for a spelling error in your one of the emails. Don't say, I'm sorry. Say, thank you for catching up. Thank you for letting me know my fault. Yes. It's a crowded room and somebody is impatiently trying to push the way through. You don't have to say, I'm sorry. Simply, the person can say, please let me get out of the way. That's okay. Why I'm sorry? Most important thing is, you should be comfortable with saying no. Saying no is awkward and uncomfortable with someone. And when you are uncomfortable with saying no, you say, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. So, if you cannot make a plan, tell them, okay, you can't do it because of certain commitment, and maybe next time. Why feel sorry? But whatever you say, what I've been saying all the time, be authentic, be sincere, be honest, be transparent. There is no need to get out of the way and be a doormat simply because you felt bad. Now, I'm not saying that saying sorry is bad. Many times, it's required. And a sincere apology can be beneficial. Some types of apologies encourage forgiveness, dissolve hostility, repair relationships. But they are very rare. Once in a blue moon, you will be in a situation when you really have to apologize. And if when you apologize, you have to express genuine remorse and also offer to make amends. Saying sorry and then forgetting is adding insult to the injury. Don't make yourself vulnerable to the possibility of rejection, since an apology, no matter how heartfelt, doesn't always get forgiveness. It only lowers your self-esteem. It lowers your dignity as a human being. And it's not often enough, unless it's very, very sincere, to mend the relationship. Rather, many times you would find that you take things in a stride and your relationship will be much more stronger, much more healthier, and you would be a better person. Better thyself by not stop saying, I'm sorry, when you are really not sorry. Thank you.